Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Digital Road Trip. My name is Wizzy's here. You can also call me Wizzy. And today we are going to be heading towards our third destination. And that is going to be Washington, D.C., more specifically the White House. So we made it last episode, obviously, to the World Trade Center, One World Trade Center in Lower Manhattan in New York City. So, because that was my second destination. The first one was, of course, Fenway Park in Boston, Massachusetts. And then we had just, like I said, made it to One World Trade Center in New York City. So now we are going to be working our way to Washington, D.C. So, yeah. Yeah, in fact, I had just, this weekend, I had just gone down to New Jersey. Cherry Hill, New Jersey, just outside Philadelphia. And because I actually drove down by myself, because it was actually for a bowling tournament. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but my mother, she was in the Air Guard, or Air National Guard, and actually, every Columbus Day weekend, or Indigenous Peoples Day weekend, there is a Northeast Regional Air National Guard tournament. And I think I did mention it actually last week. So we went down to New Jersey for that. And she actually had to work on Friday when we were going down, basically. So I drove down by myself, and I noticed that when I went down by myself, I actually recognized a few of the locations that we had gone by in this series. So I thought that was actually pretty cool. So Holland Tunnel, is that actually part of 78? Because if it is, we're not going to be able to use that. You know what? I normally won't do this, but I just want to see. That is 78. Okay. So I just wanted to see if that was an interstate. And of course it is, so that means we cannot go that way. So we've got to find another way across. I think there is one other tunnel. I think we have, the Lincoln Tunnel? That can go across to New Jersey. Of course you have the George Washington Bridge, but that is also an interstate. So could be a little bit tricky getting back to, or getting across to New Jersey without hopping on an interstate. Truck route. Okay, let's continue on, please. Thank you. Just kind of looking at the mini map as well, just to see if there is another tunnel. I'm pretty sure there's one more tunnel, because I think there's two tunnels along the Hudson, and then you have, of course, like I said, the George Washington Bridge further up. Actually, what does this sign say? If I can go back. Local and westbound. Okay. So you know what? We'll stay on this road for now. It's actually going to kind of curve back to north, is it? Yeah, kind of. Well, let's continue on this way then. I will actually cut across one of these roads to the other, because we're on 8th Avenue. I want to get across over to 9th Avenue. Going the wrong way, but whatever. Try to let it load a little bit more before zooming ahead. Actually, no, we'll go over to 10th Avenue. That way we can see if there is another tunnel that goes across. I'm pretty sure there is. If not, then I may have to just go across one of the interstates. Yeah, Lincoln Tunnel is also an interstate, so you know, we're just gonna take a look at the map real quick. Is that a ferry? I think that's a ferry, yeah. So that would be the Lincoln Tunnel, I believe, right? Oh, Lincoln Tunnel's right here. And it showed that was an interstate, that shows 495, but it doesn't show as Interstate 495 right there. What that is showing it is, because I believe after that you just have the George Washington Bridge. Yeah, and that is Interstate 95, and then after that you have the Tappan Zee Bridge, which is quite a ways up, but that is also an interstate, so yeah, we're gonna just, this will be the one time that I'm going to use an interstate to get across, because otherwise, like I said, we're going to be going quite a ways up north. I mean, well, actually, I think even then there would be there would just be interstates going across Staten Island that way. So yeah, we'd be going quite a ways north in order to just get across to New Jersey. So I'm gonna let it go this time. So can we go this way, please? No? Okay. I want to kind of move over here, please. That's fine. I guess. As long as we can get to the Lincoln Tunnel, then that's fine. Okay, we're gonna cut across this way even though it's the wrong way. Cut across over here to 9th Avenue. And then get down to where the Lincoln Tunnel is. Which is actually on this road. I guess I could have just cut across this way, but whatever. Lincoln Tunnel, where are you? Is this it right here? Yes, I believe this is, so actually, what does this sign say? Where was it? Lincoln Tunnel, yeah, okay. So, like I said, this was the only time I am going to allow us to use an interstate. Actually, that's showing New York Route 495. At least Google Maps is showing it as New York Route 40 or 495, not Interstate 495. So if it is indeed, although I saw signs for Interstate 495 when we were going towards Lincoln Tunnel, but if it is just a state route, then that's fine. I mean, okay, we got onto the wrong side. Is this the one we were in? No. This was the one we were in. Okay. We're not getting very far very fast, are we? 10 minutes into the video and we're only in the Lincoln Tunnel getting across to New Jersey. That's fine, I guess. Yeah, see, Google Maps thinks it's a state route, so... And we get back over to the other... Get a different camera this time, over in this tunnel. The tunnel that we were in. And once we get over here, we're gonna have to get off, obviously. Once we exit the Lincoln Tunnel. I see a light at the end of the tunnel. Okay. So let's see, what does this say? Yeah, see, this is showing State Route 495. You know what? We're gonna go. It's 2 US Route 1 though. That's fine. Well, I guess we're gonna go this way. Yeah, probably still could have tried to go the other way, but whatever. Actually, you know what? No, we're gonna go the other way. I wanted to anyways, and there we go. No. I want to stay right here. Thank you. There we go. Okay. So yeah, when I was heading to New Jersey, it was a real fun experience when I got into New Jersey. Partly because it was rush hour, evening rush hour, so traffic was, as you could probably expect, backed up. So that wasn't really fun. I was getting quite frustrated with the traffic in New Jersey too, later on. But I made it one piece, didn't hit anybody, didn't get hit, so that's all you can ask for, I guess. But it's kind of interesting. One thing that's like I realized or found out when I was heading to New Jersey was it's like each state, drivers kind of do, I don't want to say really their own things, because that's, I mean, everybody does their own thing. But it's like slowdowns or whatever. That guy leaning that, the ladder right on the wires back there. But anyways, basically, people are. It's like there's slowdowns for different reasons. It's like Massachusetts. And this doesn't make any sense to me. Is in Massachusetts, like you're on the interstate, there are 3 lanes usually. Sometimes there's 4 if you stay on 95. But anyways, we'll say 3 lanes, and if there is a cop that has a car pulled over on the side of the rightmost lane, normally only the right lane should be slowing down, because I mean they're going by the cop or whatever, either that moving over to the middle lane, which I could understand might slow down the middle lane because you have people trying to merge over. You have 2 lanes merging down to 1. But to me, it doesn't make any sense why all lanes are slowing down. And I've noticed that too. There's like a cop or wrecker over in that right lane. Every single lane slows way down. They're going like the speed limit or a little bit above the speed limit. And all of a sudden, the entire all 3 lanes are traveling like 30 miles per hour under the speed limit. Or 30 miles per hour less than what you were going before. Like, if you're in the left lane shouldn't have to slow down at all. But anyways, I know I'm going on a rant. But I just thought I'd mention that. I wonder what this was. Interesting. But anyways, yeah, so that was a little bit frustrating through Massachusetts, having all the lanes slow down like that. And then Connecticut, you have the truck lanes, so people treat it as an additional lane. And then once it comes to end, you have the people who end up using that lane merging back over, which in turn causes all the lanes once again to slow down. Because people just keep changing lanes, and in turn, like I said, it causes slowdowns. It's the same when you get up with constructions in other states, or construction site or areas on the interstates. It's the same thing. People merge, but they keep changing lanes, trying to find the fastest lane, instead of just staying in the lane you're already in. I know, like I said, I'm going on a little bit of a rant, but if you stay in the lane you're already in, traffic is going to move a whole lot faster. But anyways, in New Jersey, people just seem to slow down for absolutely no reason. So, it's like I was following a person, we're going 70, 5 over the speed limit, and I had to literally slam on my brakes to keep from rear-ending the person in front of me, because all of a sudden we're going from 70 miles an hour to 25 miles an hour for what seems to be absolutely no reason. We're gonna go this way. Actually, I think I need to kind of go over that way a little bit more. So we're kind of going back this way. And we're going back this way again. Just made a loop, but that's absolutely fine. You know what, I'm going to go back up to this road up here. Not that one, I mean I could go that one. But I'm going to go to this road here and we're going to make a left. So yeah, that's my little mini rant, I guess. Well, it wasn't quite mini, was it? But it's my little rant about traffic in other states. See, it's nice here in Maine, like you get construction going on, like road work. And normally, like, I mean, Maine, especially northern Maine where I'm at, it's only 2 lanes on the interstate anyways. Because you don't get 3 lanes until on the other side of Portland, south of Portland. And so normally with the construction you'll have 1 lane closed, whatever, especially if you're doing like bridge work, which seems to be the majority of the construction on the interstates. And so like I said, they'll have 1 lane closed, either left or right lane, and so you have the 2 lanes going down to 1. And even with that, there's no backups usually. You're still, even when you're going through the construction area, you're still most of the time going the speed limit. So, and typically too, that's one thing I noticed too in other states, is a lot of people wait to get over at the last minute, which does not help things at all. Once you know that the lane's gonna be closed, get over if you can. But don't just wait till the last minute to get over. Because in Maine, a lot of people in Maine, they don't, I mean, I'm not saying everyone in Maine doesn't wait till the last minute. But it just doesn't seem as prominent as it does in other states that I've been in. Normally when you have a sign that says like lane closed 1 mile or whatever, or 500 feet or whatever, 1,000 feet, everybody's already moving over. Even when you get to like the 1 mile sign, people are starting to move over already. So it helps keep the traffic moving. But anyways, I need to stop ranting. Oh, that wasn't really a rant, I guess. Well, maybe a little bit. Is this a school? Yep. Elementary school. Yeah, elementary school that I went to was a K-8 school. The town that I lived in when I went to school didn't have a high school. So I got to choose which high school I get to go to in one of the surrounding towns. And I ended up going to one of the high schools that basically no one else went to. Which was kind of nice in a way. Kind of like a fresh start almost. But yeah, that town still doesn't have a high school that I went in. I mean, the K-8 school I went to had about 500 students total. And the high school I went to was like 400 to 500. I think about 500 again. We're in Jersey City. I'm gonna go this way. Yeah, one thing I did when I was in New Jersey was I did go to Atlantic City on Sunday. Went to the Tropicana. Brought 100 in with me and ended up walking out with 100, or no, I ended up walking out with 240. So my mother, she brought in, well, I ended up giving her 40 because I was going to give her 40 anyways. So she had 100 as well. She ended up walking out with, what was it, like 120 or something like that? So overall, with the 200 that we had going in, we came out with $360. So almost doubling what we started with. So that was actually quite nice. And we were there for quite some time too. like even with walking out with 240, I still end up playing like about, I almost want to say $140 or so. But yeah, the casino in, of course, I mean, it's Atlantic City, so that's one of the big casino cities in the U.S. So, I mean, of course, those casinos are gonna put our little Hollywood Slots or Hollywood Casino in Bangor to shame. Because when we walked in, it was about, like, well, actually, it was kind of like a little mall almost when we walked in. And it was really cool because it looked like you were basically like an outdoor, gonna keep going this way. Kind of made it look like you were in an outdoor, like, square almost. Guess I could have kept going straight instead, but whatever. Actually, even if I went straight, it wouldn't have really worked all that well, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, it was kind of like it made it like the aesthetic was like looked like you're like in an outdoor plaza sort of thing, and because like the ceiling was kind of like the sky, it was like lit up, kind of like it almost lit up to the point where it was similar to or looked like it was like a sunset. So that was actually pretty cool. And so I guess we're gonna have to go this way. You know, that's fine. We'll stay up on this bridge. As long as we can get a... Okay, never mind. No, I guess we can't stay up on this bridge. So we're gonna drop back down. Gonna come across here. I think we're gonna have to go back this way a ways. Kind of need to get a little bit more inland, I guess. We're at 28 minutes. And I feel like we really haven't made a lot for progress. Keep going this way a ways. Then eventually cut over, head west a bit. Until we find maybe a larger road that cuts west. Northwest, whatever. Because it's looking like there's really not going to be many roads right now cutting over that way. We're kind of, in a way, losing the progress that we had just made. You can see that's part of the turnpike. Or going towards the turnpike. And, of course, we don't want to go on the turnpike, so... This road I can go on too. So we're gonna keep heading this direction for now. Actually, it looks like that wasn't part of the turnpike, actually, so... We're going on it for now, I guess. Although, will that bring us back down to that, kind of looking at the map again. Yeah, see that bridge, okay, you know what? That's fine. This will be really the only time, too, that I kind of have to use the map to navigate around, but... Oh, dear. I think I'm going to use this as a stopping point. So we're gonna kind of stop, look over towards that direction, I guess. And that'll be a stopping point for now. So I don't think we really made a ton of progress, unfortunately. So yeah, that's kind of unfortunate, I suppose, but whatever. But that is just about going to do it for this episode, though. Once again, sorry for the rant, but I just thought I'd mention about all that as well. But anyways, like I said, hopefully you've enjoyed. If you did, make sure you leave a thumbs up. And of course, as always, I will see you in the next video.